So that certain Aquaman starlet meant to end JD. The more that I hear from this case, the more that I'm sure of it. I mean, we heard an expert witness talk today. They were speaking about what that certain Aquaman starlet had been telling professionals behind the scenes for years. And when you think about that, you think about the things that she was saying to her friends behind the scenes as well. And then you see what they were talking about. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely crazy. I mean, they were talking about bringing sharp implements to conversations, for example. They were plotting, it seems, behind the scenes. And don't you find it fascinating? This relationship, it went on for the longest time. No one had a problem with anything within it until on April 21st, 2016, JD, he comes up and he says, hey, I lost $650 million. You know what happened right after that? 1 month later, just 1 month after that, you have that certain Aquaman starlet say, you know what? I think I'm going to file for divorce because I think we're through. Now, today I'm going to show you a tweet message. If you haven't seen this before, well, buckle up because this one's crazy. If you have seen it, I want you to listen. I want you to share this with people too, especially considering everything that's been talked about. Because again, when you look at this with the foundation of everything that we're hearing, I mean, JD's lucky he got to walk out on this relationship at all. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And the thing that we're looking at here, this comes from 01/13/2015. You already had the narrative building. That certain Aquaman starlet was already deep into talking to certain therapists. They were already deep into spinning a narrative with their friends. And then this conversation happens. I mean, look at it and look how fast it turns very, very dark. So you have participants here. You have that certain Aquaman starlet. Their participant 0 listed. They send 11 messages. You have Josh Drew. This is the fiance of the best friend, Rocky Pennington. You're going to see them brought up in this. This is also a co-conspirator, somebody that took pictures, and also somebody that kept saying, yeah, I'd been hearing about this stuff all along. So listen to how this goes here. So it starts out with Josh saying, hey, lady, I'm going to make us some dinner when I get back from the airport. You're JD interested in joining us. So you can see, invite you over. It's pretty casual. It's a really casual conversation. Then you have that certain Aquaman starlet say, you know what? Yeah, duh. I want that, of course. I want that food. Josh responds with, get the F out of here. That's awesome. And he also responds with, no problem. We'll bring it over when it's ready. So again, everything's light so far here. Then that certain Aquaman starlet cuts in by saying, but JD, he's getting my tattoo tonight at the house. He's not getting a tattoo. Remember, he's getting my tattoo. We heard on the stand that certain Aquaman starlet wanted him to get a specific tattoo of her. Why? Because he had something from Winona Ryder. He had to prove, that was just a thing in the past, baby. I'll get one of you too. So he was having that one. And then look at this part here. Remembering, of course, that nothing is a joke. Also, when that certain Aquaman starlet looks at text, just take this. You can take that as you will. 9:30 would be prefect actually, because it gives Jay and I time to talk. Otherwise know me as threatening his life if he misbehaves while I'm gone. Then you have Josh. He kicks in and he says, well, I think 9:30-ish for dinner. It's supposed to be proms. You can see him actually correct that later on. We'll keep an eye on him too. Remember, these folks were saying that JD, he isolated her. He wouldn't let her do anything. Well, it looks like they were keeping an eye on him. It actually looks like she was the jealous type, which she told plenty of people too. She Actually, she didn't know what to do when he was away. She would get extremely angry when he wasn't right there beside her. But of course, he was isolating her. He was keeping her away from the world, right? Then they say, I'm going to pick her up. They're talking about Raquel Pennington or Rocky around 8 or so. So, they're putting together their dinner plans. And right here, this is where things are going to go sideways. Jay and I have to have a little talk tonight when we get home. Okay, they're going to talk about again the leaving. Probably till like 8, and then we're cool. Rox gets in at 9:30, right? You guys want to come over after that and hang out and eat and drink? Then you get a perfect, hey, there's an answer for that because she notices this right here. Then you have this, and this is where things, they really, really get dark. You have them say, I'll bring them just in case. Now, you notice there's no descriptor about what them is. And that's really important because what that tells you is that they have been discussing this. They have been discussing it over and over again. They have been talking about that. Again, it's a familiar word. They don't have to describe what them is. That certain Aquaman starlet and friends, they just know what that is. This was never supposed to be seen by anyone else. So then she says, good man. Ha ha ha. So pretty. Oh no, that'd be far too easy. And I think this conversation, well, it can go one of two ways. If you look at the timestamps here, they're coming in so fast that it could actually be one train of thought. Good man. Ha ha. So pretty. Oh no, that'd be far too easy. Well, I guess I could reconsider. I could reconsider doing this and bringing them to a conversation. Or you have the, I'll bring them just in case. Good man. Ha ha. So pretty. Oh no, that'd be far too easy. Oh, Amber, Josh says, you don't use them. You just show them to him. Well, I guess I could reconsider. And then you have a reaction right here. And this reaction is to what he sends with his attached file or link. Now, as far as the them that they were talking about, this is the picture of what they were discussing behind the scenes. I mean, really drink this in. That was the picture that he sent, the picture that she responds to. And when you're gauging the context of this, you have to remember that this goes much further than the message in front of you. I mean, this is creepy, but somebody could possibly write that off as just joking. But remember, when you frame this with everything else that we've been hearing about, the stuff we heard from an expert witness today talking with that certain Aquaman starlet, you have to remember she was going to professionals. She was setting up a narrative. She was saying that there were horrific things happening behind the scenes. And on top of that, she was telling her best friends in the world, hey, you know about JD? You know about the things that are going on? Yeah, these conversations that we have, they're scary. Hey, why don't you bring these things to the conversation? I mean, after all, it sounds just like a Lifetime movie. Like I said, I find it interesting too. 1 month after he no longer had $650 million, boom. Everything was over. Like she says, she wanted to end it. She wanted out of there right now. That, you have to wonder, right? Stay in to play in until that happens. Yeah, let me know what you think about that stuff, though. And check out our book, by the way. There is a link in the description that it helps us challenge industry that allows this mess to happen. You walk away from them. You walk towards something better. You walk towards something that respects you too. And you help send a message loudly with it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. Oh man, I mean, this stuff every single day, right? Every single day indeed.